Hello everyone, my name is Terry, and today I want to talk with you about something very important, how to focus on your goal. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a goal? Maybe you want to speak English better. Maybe you want to get a new job. Maybe you want to lose weight, travel, save money, or start something new. I think most people have a goal, but here is the problem. Having a goal is easy. Staying focused on that goal is hard. Life is busy. There are many distractions. Sometimes we feel tired. Sometimes we feel like we are not making progress, and slowly we stop working on our goal. We forget about it. And then one day, we feel sad because we never did the thing we wanted to do. Does that sound familiar? I think it does for many people. So today, we are going to talk about how to stay focused, how to keep going when it is hard, and how to actually reach your goal, step by step. This is a video podcast for people who are learning English at A2 or B1 level. I speak slowly and clearly. I use simple words, and I always explain new vocabulary at the end. If you enjoy this video, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I read every comment, and I really appreciate your support. Okay, let's jump in. First, let's talk about what a goal is. A goal is something you want to achieve, something you want to do or get in the future. For example, I want to speak English fluently. I want to finish my studies. I want to save $1,000. I want to run 5 kilometers. I want to find a better job. These are all goals. They are things in the future that you want to make happen. But here is something important. There are 2 types of goals. Type 1, vague goals, not clear. A vague goal is something like, I want to be better at English, or I want to be healthier, or I want to be successful. These goals sound nice, but they have a big problem. They are not specific. How do you know when you are better at English? What exactly does healthier mean? You cannot measure them. And if you cannot measure a goal, it is very hard to work towards it. Vague goal. I want to speak better English. Too general. You don't know when you achieve it. Type 2, clear goals, specific and measurable. A clear goal is specific. You know exactly what you want, and you know exactly when you have achieved it. Clear goal. I want to understand 80% of this podcast without subtitles by the end of this month. See the difference? The second goal is specific. It has a number. 80%. It has a time limit. This month, you can measure it. The more specific your goal, the easier it is to focus on it. A clear goal is like a target. A vague goal is like shooting into the dark. So the very first step to focusing on your goal is to make it clear. Write it down. Be specific. Give it a deadline. Okay, you have a goal. You are excited. You start working on it. And then something happens. You lose focus. You stop. Why does this happen? Let me explain the most common reasons. Reason 1, the goal is too big. Sometimes we set a goal that is too big and too far away. For example, I want to speak perfect English. That goal might take years. When you work on it every day and you cannot see the progress, it feels discouraging. You think, I am working so hard, but nothing is changing. And you stop. Big goals need to be broken into small steps. We will talk more about this later. Reason 2, too many goals at the same time. Many people try to do too many things at once. They want to learn English and go to the gym and read more books, and eat healthy and sleep better, all at the same time. The problem is that our energy and attention are limited. When we try to focus on everything, we focus on nothing. Trying to focus on 5 things at the same time is the same as not focusing at all. Reason 3, distractions. We live in a world full of distractions. Social media, notifications, television, other people, the internet. Our phone is in our pocket, and every few minutes it asks for our attention. Focus is like a muscle. Every time you are distracted, the muscle gets weaker. Every time you resist distraction and stay focused, the muscle gets stronger. Reason 4, fear of failure. Sometimes we lose focus because we are afraid. We think, what if I try my best and I still fail? What if I am not good enough? This fear is uncomfortable, so we stop trying. We tell ourselves we are too busy or not ready yet. But really, we are just scared. Fear of failure is very human, but it is also the most common reason people never reach their goals. Reason 5, no clear system. Many people have a goal, but no plan. They want to learn English, but they do not have a regular study time. They want to save money, but they do not have a budget. They want to exercise, but they do not have a schedule. A goal without a system is just a wish. A goal tells you where you want to go. A system tells you how to get there. Let me tell you a story about 2 people. Their names are Anna and David. Both of them have the same goal. They want to learn English. Anna is very excited. On January 1st, she makes a decision. She says, This year, I will learn English. I will study every day for 2 hours. I will watch English movies, read English books, and listen to English podcasts. I will speak to native speakers every week. For the first week, Anna studies hard. She is very motivated. She feels great. But in the second week, she has a lot of work. She is tired in the evenings. She misses one day. Then she misses another day. By the end of the month, she is studying maybe once a week. By March, she has stopped completely. In December, Anna feels sad. She says, I wanted to learn English this year, but I failed. Maybe next year. David also starts in January, but he does something different. He makes a simple, realistic plan. He says, I will study English for 15 minutes every morning before breakfast, just 15 minutes. And every Wednesday evening, I will watch one English video on YouTube. That is all. 15 minutes a day, one video per week. Some days, David does not feel motivated, but his rule is simple, just 15 minutes. It is so small that it is easy to start, and often, once he starts, he studies for 30 minutes or more. By December, David can understand most of this podcast without subtitles. His vocabulary has grown a lot. He feels confident. Anna had a big dream but no system. David had a small, consistent system. David reached his goal. Anna did not. The lesson? Big motivation without a system does not last. Small actions done consistently always win. I want to share a powerful idea for focus. The one goal rule. Choose one main goal, not two, one. Because here is the truth. When everything is important, nothing is important. With one clear goal, everything becomes simpler. Every day you wake up and you know exactly where to put your energy. Successful people don't do more things. They do fewer things, but they do them exceptionally well. Ask yourself, if I could only achieve one thing in the next 6 months, what would make the biggest positive difference in my life? That is your goal. Focus on it. Write it down. Everything else can wait. Now you have your one clear goal. The next step is to break it into small pieces. Imagine you want to climb a very tall mountain. If you look at the top, it seems impossible. It is too far, too high, too scary. But if you look at the next step, just one step in front of you, it is easy. You can do one step, then another, then another. And slowly, step by step, you reach the top. This is how goals work. You do not need to see the whole staircase. You only need to see the next step. Let me show you with an example. Let's use the goal. I want to understand English podcasts at B1 level. Now we break it into smaller steps. Month 1, listen to 10 minutes of easy English every day. Month 2, listen to 15 minutes every day and watch short videos. Month 3, listen without subtitles. Write down words you don't know. Month 4, watch videos without subtitles for 10 minutes. Month 5 and 6, listen to a full podcast and try to understand 70 to 80%. Do you see? The big goal is now a simple roadmap. You know exactly what to do each month. It does not feel scary anymore. It feels possible. A goal without steps is a dream. A goal with steps is a plan. Let's be honest, staying focused is hard. There are distractions everywhere. Your phone buzzes. There's a new message, a new video, a new notification. Your friend calls you. The television is on. You feel hungry. You feel tired. Your neighbor is noisy. All of these things pull your attention away from your goal. Here are some simple and practical ways to reduce distractions. Tip 1, use the Do Not Disturb setting. When you study or work on your goal, put your phone on silent or Do Not Disturb. Even better, put your phone in another room. Research shows that just having your phone visible on the table reduces your concentration, even if you do not use it. Tip 2, create a focus space. Choose one specific place where you always work on your goal. A desk, a corner of a room, a specific chair in a coffee shop. When you sit in that place, your brain learns this is focus time. Over time, just sitting in that place will help you concentrate. Tip 3, use time blocks. Choose a specific time every day for your goal, the same time every day. For example, every morning from 7 to 7:20 you study English. Just 20 minutes, but it is protected time. Nothing else happens in those 20 minutes. Tip 4, the 2-minute rule. When a distraction comes, do not say, I will do this later. Instead, ask, can I do this in 2 minutes? If yes, do it immediately and finish it. If no, write it down and come back to it after your focus time. Tip 5, tell people around you. Tell your family or the people you live with. From 7 to 7:20 every morning, I am studying. Please do not disturb me. Most people will respect this, and it creates a social commitment. Now, other people know about your goal, and this makes you more likely to keep it. You cannot remove all distractions from your life, but you can design your environment to make focus easier and distraction harder. I want to talk about something very important. Many people think they need to feel motivated to work on their goal. They wait for the right feeling. They say, I will start when I feel ready, or I will study tonight when I feel more energetic. But here's the truth. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes. You cannot wait for it. You have to act without it. Think about brushing your teeth. You do not wake up every morning feeling excited about brushing your teeth. You just do it. Because it is a habit. Because you decided long ago that you do it every day no matter how you feel. Your goal needs to become the same way. Not something you do when you feel like it. Something you do because it is part of your daily routine. On the days when you feel no motivation at all, use this rule. Just start for 5 minutes. Tell yourself, I will do 5 minutes and then I can stop if I want. The truth is, once you start, you usually continue. Starting is the hardest part. After 5 minutes, your brain is already in focus mode and it becomes easier to keep going. But even if you only do 5 minutes, that is better than 0. 5 minutes every day is more than 30 hours per year. That is a lot. You do not need to feel motivated. You need to start. The motivation usually comes after you begin, not before. One of the best ways to stay focused on your goal is to track your progress. This means to record what you do every day. Why is this important? Because when we work on a long-term goal, progress is often slow. We cannot see it day by day. And when we cannot see progress, we think nothing is happening. We feel discouraged. But if you track your progress, you can look back and see how far you have come. Use a calendar. Every day you work on your goal, put a cross on the date. Your job is to not break the chain. Keep a small notebook. Write 1 sentence every day about what you did. After a month, you have a record of real progress. Use a simple app. There are many free habit tracking apps. You just press a button every day. When you reach a small milestone, celebrate it. Not with something big, just acknowledge it. Say, I did that, that is good. Small celebrations give your brain a reward, and your brain loves rewards. It wants to repeat good behavior. Remember the idiom, every little bit counts. Every small effort matters. Every small step brings you closer to your goal. We have all been there. That moment when progress feels slow and you feel like giving up. This is just a plateau. First, remember your why. Why did you start? Write your reason down and put it where you can see it. Second, look back. Compare yourself to where you were months ago, not to where you want to be. You have come a long way. Third, make it smaller. If the goal feels heavy, slow down without stopping. Slow is always better than stopped. Finally, talk to someone. Sometimes just saying your struggle out loud gives you the strength to keep going. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Keep moving forward. You have got this. Now I want to speak directly to you as an English learner, because everything we talked about today applies perfectly to learning a language. Learning English is a long journey. It takes months. It takes years. And many people start with a lot of energy and then slowly stop. They say, I am too busy, or I will continue later, and later never comes. Here's the truth about learning English. You do not need 2 hours every day. You need 15 minutes every day. You do not need a perfect lesson. You need consistent contact with the language. You do not need to understand everything. You need to understand a little more each week. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. Let me give you a simple focus plan for your English. Morning, 5 minutes. Listen to 5 minutes of English. This podcast, a YouTube video, a song, anything. Just listen. Midday, 5 minutes. Learn 2 new words. Write them. Say them out loud. Use them in a simple sentence. Evening, 5 minutes. Think about one thing you learned today. Try to say it in English in your head. That is 15 minutes total. You can do this every single day. And in 6 months, you will be amazed at how much your English has improved. Idiom, a little every day goes a long way. Small, regular effort creates big results over time. Let me give you 6 simple habits you can use every day to stay focused on your goal. Habit 1, write your goal every morning. Every morning before you look at your phone, take a pen and write your goal 1 time. Just 1 sentence. My goal is to understand English at B1 level by June. Writing it every day keeps it in your mind. It takes 30 seconds. Habit 2, decide the night before. Every evening, decide what small action you will take tomorrow for your goal. Just 1 action. Tomorrow morning, I will listen to 10 minutes of English before breakfast. When you wake up, you do not need to think. You already decided. You just do it. Habit 3. Start with your goal first. Do your goal action before you check social media, before you answer messages, before you watch videos. Do your most important thing first when your energy is highest. If you wait until later in the day, other things will always get in the way. Habit 4. Remove one distraction. Choose one distraction and reduce it. Maybe you spend too much time on your phone in the morning. Put your phone in another room while you study. Maybe the television is always on. Turn it off during your focus time. Just one change. Start with one. Habit 5. Track your streak. A streak is a series of days in a row when you do your activity. Mark each day on a calendar. After 5 days, you have a streak of 5. After 10 days, a streak of 10. Your brain does not want to break the streak. This motivation is very powerful and very simple. Habit 6. Review your week every Sunday. On Sunday, take 5 minutes to think about the week. Ask yourself, did I work on my goal this week? How many days? What went well? What made it difficult? What will I do differently next week? 5 minutes of honest reflection every week will help you improve faster than almost anything else. These 6 habits are all small. That is the point. Small habits are easy to start, and once started, they grow naturally. I want you to imagine something. Imagine it is 6 months from now. You chose one clear goal. You broke it into small steps. You created a simple daily routine. You tracked your progress. You kept going even on the difficult days. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what is different now? Your English is noticeably better. You can understand conversations, videos, and podcasts that were impossible 6 months ago. You feel more confident. You are not afraid to speak. You understand more of what you hear and read. And more than the English, you feel proud of yourself because you set a goal and you did not give up. That feeling, the feeling of following through on something, is one of the best feelings a person can have. And here is the beautiful thing. When you focus and achieve one goal, it becomes easier to focus on the next one. You develop a skill, the skill of doing what you say you will do. This skill is more valuable than almost any other skill in life. Focused people are not special or unusually talented. They are people who learn to do one thing at a time and to keep doing it until it is done. You can be that person. You are already on the right path. You are here, right now, working on your English. That is focus. That is progress. That counts. Before the vocabulary section, I want to give you a short exercise. It will take about 2 minutes. Please think carefully about each question. Question 1. What is one goal that is important to you right now? Not 2, not 3, just 1. What is it? Question 2. Is your goal specific and clear? Does it have a number and a deadline? If not, how can you make it more specific? Question 3. What is the smallest possible action you could take every day to move towards this goal? Smaller than you think. What could you do in just 5 or 10 minutes? Question 4. What is your biggest distraction? The one thing that most often stops you from working on your goal. And what is one simple change you could make to reduce that distraction? If you have a pen, write your answers. Writing makes things real. And a written plan is much more powerful than a thought that stays inside your head. Welcome to the vocabulary block. I chose 15 key words, starting with goal. A goal is something you want to achieve in the future. It is your destination. Goals can be small, like learning 5 words today, or big, like becoming fluent. Having a clear goal gives you direction and motivation. Example, my goal is to pass the B1 exam. Dialogue, what is your main goal? To improve my English so I can work abroad. Without a goal, it is easy to feel lost. So write yours down and put it where you can see it. Small steps every day lead to big results. Next is focus. To focus means to give all your attention to one thing. It is like a magnifying glass. It creates light when held still. When you focus your attention, you become more effective and learn faster. Moving your attention around stops you from making progress. Example, it is hard to focus with noise. Dialogue, I study better at my desk with my phone in another room. Focus is key. Try studying in a quiet place. When you remove distractions, you can truly fix your mind on your goal, one thing at a time. Welcome to word number 3, distraction. A distraction is something that takes your attention away from what you are doing. It stops you from focusing. Common distractions are your phone, social media, or noise. They slow you down and reduce the quality of your work. Example: my phone is my biggest distraction. Dialogue: try studying without your phone for 20 minutes and see the difference. Turn off your notifications and find a quiet space. When you remove distractions, your progress becomes much faster. Slow and steady wins. Word number 4 is achieve. To achieve means to successfully do or get something you worked for. It means you tried, worked, and succeeded. You can achieve a goal, a dream, or success. The word achieve is always positive. It means you did something difficult and did it well. Example: he achieved his dream of running a marathon. Dialogue: I passed my exam. Congratulations! That is a great achievement. You can achieve anything if you focus on it every day. Now you know you can achieve your next goal too. Keep working hard. Word number 5 is consistent. Being consistent means doing something regularly in the same way over a long period of time without stopping. Consistency is more important than intensity. Studying for 15 minutes every day is much more effective than a 3-hour session once a week. Example: be consistent with your practice. Dialogue: on tired days, just do 5 minutes. The important thing is to be consistent, not perfect. Success comes to those who show up every day. Stay steady, stay reliable, and keep going. You're doing a great job. Vocabulary spotlight number 6, progress. Let's look at this important word. Definition: moving forward, improving, or getting closer to a goal. Progress is the feeling that you are getting better. Progress can be fast or slow, big or small. Even a tiny improvement is progress. Many people stop working on their goals because they cannot see progress. But often progress is happening. It is just slow and invisible. This is why tracking your work is so important. Used in everyday conversation, work, education, personal development. Synonyms: improvement, development, advancement, moving forward. I can see real progress in my English. 3 months ago, I could not understand this podcast. Progress is slow at first, but it gets faster as you learn more. Don't compare your progress to other people. Compare yourself to who you were last month. I feel like I'm not making any progress with my English. That's not true. You understood almost everything in today's podcast. Really? Last month I needed subtitles for everything. Exactly. That is real progress. You just don't see it because it happens slowly. Deadline: a date or time by which something must be finished. A deadline creates pressure. It tells you when the work must be done. Deadlines are very useful for goals because they make the goal more real and urgent. Without a deadline, it is easy to say, I will do it later. With a deadline, you know you must do it now. The word comes from deadline. In the past, if you crossed the line, the consequence was very serious. It is used in work, school, projects, personal goals, and everyday conversation. For example, the deadline for the project is Friday. I need to finish it by then. Give your goal a deadline. Without a deadline, a goal is just a wish. She works best when there is a clear deadline. It helps her focus. A. When do you want to reach your English goal? B. I don't know. Sometime this year, I think. A. That's too vague. Give it a specific deadline. B. Okay. I want to pass the B1 exam by the 15th of June. Perfect. Now it is real. Now you have something to work towards. Today's word is routine. Definition: a regular set of activities that you do at the same time in the same order. A routine is a habit pattern. It is something you do automatically, without thinking about it. Morning routines are very common and very powerful. When you have a good routine, you do not need to decide or think every day. You just follow it. This saves energy and makes it much easier to stay consistent. Synonyms include habit, schedule, pattern, regular practice, and daily plan. Example: my morning routine is wake up, drink water, study English for 15 minutes, then have breakfast. Think about this. How do you find time to study English with such a busy life? It is part of my routine. I do it every morning before work, so it always happens. Even if you're late, do 10 minutes instead of 20. The routine must continue. Number 9, discipline. Definition: the ability to make yourself do something, even when you do not feel like it. Discipline is different from motivation. Motivation is a feeling that comes and goes. Discipline is a choice that you make every day. A disciplined person does not wait to feel excited or ready. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. It is used in work, sports, and education. Synonyms include self-control, determination, willpower, and commitment. For example, learning a language requires discipline. You must study even on days when you don't feel like it. She showed great discipline by studying every morning for a year without stopping. Discipline is not about being strict with yourself. It is about keeping your promise to yourself. Imagine this dialogue. Speaker A says, "I want to study English every day, but some days I just don't feel like it." Speaker B answers, "That's where discipline comes in. You don't need to feel like it, you just need to start." Is it always hard? No, it gets easier with time. After a few weeks, it becomes automatic. Keep going. Vocabulary Spotlight number 10. Distracted. Let's explore this very common word. Definition: the adjective form of distraction. When you are distracted, your attention has moved away from what you should be doing. You are thinking about something else or doing something else. Being distracted is very normal, especially in today's world with so many screens and notifications. The key is to notice when you are distracted and to bring your attention back to your task. Used in everyday conversation, school, work. Synonyms: not concentrating, off task, unfocused, with your mind elsewhere. I was distracted by my phone and forgot what I was studying. She felt distracted all morning because she had an argument the night before. When I am distracted, I close all my browser tabs and start again with just one thing open. You seem distracted today. Is everything okay? Sorry, I keep thinking about a problem at work. Do you want to talk about it? Not now. Let me try to focus on the lesson. I'll think about it later. Motivate and motivation. Motivation is the reason or feeling that makes you want to do something. When you are motivated, you feel energetic and excited about your goal. Motivation is very helpful, but it is not reliable. It comes and goes. Some days you feel highly motivated, other days you feel none at all. This is why discipline and routine are more important than motivation for long-term goals. It is used in everyday conversation, school, work, sports, and personal development. Example: I lost my motivation to study English last month, but I kept going anyway. Watching English films motivated her to study harder. Motivation is the spark that starts the engine. Discipline is the fuel that keeps it running. How do you stay motivated to study English every day? Honestly, I'm not always motivated. Some days I don't want to study at all. So what do you do when you don't feel like it? I just do 5 minutes. Usually once I start, the motivation comes. But I don't wait for it. Don't wait for the feeling. Just start. Progress is built through action. Today's word is specific. Definition: clear, exact, and detailed, not general or vague. When something is specific, you know exactly what it is. I want to be better at English is vague. I want to understand 80% of this podcast by March is specific. Being specific removes confusion and helps you focus. Synonyms include exact, clear, precise, detailed, and particular. Example: be specific about your goals. Not I want to improve, but I want to learn 5 new words every day. A: what's your English goal for this month? B: I want to get better at listening. A: that's good, but can you be more specific? B: okay, I want to listen to one podcast every day and understand at least 60% without subtitles. Perfect. Now you have a real goal you can work towards. Word number 13 is step by step. This means doing something gradually, one small action at a time, not all at once. It reminds us that we don't have to do everything immediately. We just need to break big goals into smaller, manageable parts. Example: she learned English step by step, first words, then sentences. Dialogue: just learn 3 words today. That is how fluency happens. Don't worry about everything at once. Step by step, every single day, you are getting closer to your goal. You've got this. Today's word is encourage, encrids. Definition: to give someone support, confidence, or hope to do something. When you encourage someone, you help them believe they can do it. A good teacher or friend does this. You can also encourage yourself. This is called self-encouragement or positive self-talk. Synonyms include support, motivate, cheer on, inspire, and give confidence to. Example: my teacher always encouraged me to speak English, even when I made mistakes. A: I don't think I can pass this English exam. I'm not good enough. B: I want to encourage you. I have seen how much you have improved. Keep going. Thank you for encouraging me. I almost gave up on this goal. Word number 15 is give up. To give up means to stop doing something, to quit before you have finished or achieved your goal. Giving up often happens just before a breakthrough. The key is to notice that feeling and choose to continue anyway. Example: The difference between success and failure is not giving up. Dialogue. The only way to fail is to give up. Keep going. Don't give up on your goal. Every day you study is a day closer to fluency. As long as you keep going, you are succeeding. And now we reach the end of today's episode. I want to say something to you before we finish. Something important. You have a goal. I know you do. Maybe it is English. Maybe it is something else. Maybe you have a dream you have been carrying for a long time. Something you really want, but have not yet started or have not yet finished. I want to tell you, you can do it. Not because I know all the details of your life or your goal, but because I know something about human beings. I know that people who take small, consistent steps, even when they are tired, even when progress is slow, even when nobody is watching, they get there. They always get there. In the end, they always arrive. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to be fast. You do not need to feel motivated every day. You just need to be consistent. You just need to start today, not tomorrow, and keep going. Your goal is possible. Your dream is possible. One small step at a time. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for working on your English. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for watching and listening. If this episode helped you, subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Tell me, what is your goal? Write it in the comments. Making it public makes it real. And I will be cheering for you. See you next time. Keep going. You've got this.